I'm going to make a video ad completely from scratch and give you my 7-figure blueprint to creating engaging hooks that get your audience's attention, then teach you how to find the best content for any product you want to sell in minutes. Then we're going to get into scripting your ads, showcasing the value and making people want to buy after watching your ad. And finally, we're going to talk about editing and how to do this all inside of Capcut, even if you have no editing experience at all. Now, the easiest way to make a winning dropshipping video ad is you have to nail down your hook. And there's really 3 key components, starting with your visual, the most important part. When people are on social media, they are in zombie mode. They don't want to do any work. They're watching the Costco guys and Sophie Rain, and it's a lot like choosing to read a book versus watching a movie. People are going to prefer the movie because the visuals are right there and we don't have to do any work in our brain. It's the same way when you're doing the visual for your ad. Show people the value of it without them having to do the work themselves. So if I was selling a pheromone perfume, instead of telling people, hey, this will help you attract a partner, no, I'm just going to show them a visual of someone wearing a perfume and getting complimented, or guys approaching a girl and saying, oh my God, you smell amazing. So in order to create a winning video ad, you have to truly understand what does your audience want and then tell them this is what you're going to get by watching this video till the end. If you use one of these 4 hook visuals inside of your video ads, you're going to get so many more winners, starting with the emotional reaction. If you have a product that is a gift, for instance, to a significant other, it's so great in your hook to show the emotional reaction, show them crying, show them laughing, because at the end of the day, people don't buy products, they buy the emotions, they buy the transformation, and that would be one of the main ways you can show it. Now, number 2 is product demo. If you're selling something like a vacuum cleaner, for instance, show it actually going over a huge mess that you would think most traditional vacuum cleaners could never deal with in the first place. So what is that product demo shot that shows your product in the best possible light? Now, number 3, problem. Show the actual problem first that your product solves. So if someone has acne, show the worst form of acne. If people have security issues, show someone getting their house broken into. Now, number 4 would be before and after. If you have a product where you can visually see the difference after using it for a few weeks, so again, acne would be a great example, then that is a great hook visual to show, hey, here's how I cleared up my skin in only 30 days with this new product. So if I was trying to create a winning video ad to golfers, all golfers want to do is just lower their score. So if I'm selling a golf training aid, I might say something along the lines of, this is the only training aid that fixed my short game in only 50 shots. Or, my short game used to be a complete mess until I tried this training aid. Those are the types of hooks, the types of payoffs that golfers want to get. So that's going to naturally intrigue them to watch the rest of your video ad and essentially give you permission to sell your product to them. Now, you can also spice up the hooks in your video ads by adding things like fake comments, for instance. So using talkcomment.com, you can add a common question or a common objection that your target audience has, and then add that as a comment on your video. So you can download the comment just like this. And if you head inside of Capcut, all you have to do is just import that image file, and we're gonna drag it onto our timeline. And as you can see, we can make it a little bit smaller, put it into the top corner. So that way, if we have a hook clip that directly addresses that question, or we're using some sort of AI script voiceover, we can handle that objection and then get into the rest of our ad. And then another quick thing you can do is a green screen effect, where all you have to do is click on your video clip inside of Capcut, click remove background, then auto removal, and then that way you can drag this clip onto another visual of your product. So in this video, we're gonna be selling this heated neck and shoulder massager for people that sit all day at their desk. I mean, talk about deja vu. Honestly, I could need this in my life, especially since I'm never gonna find a Latino wifey that could take all the pressure off my neck after working hard all day, pressing buttons inside of my ad account and yelling at my VAs for requesting pay raises from $2 an hour to $3. I mean, you're never going to get that raise. Now, if you're struggling to find good content for your dropshipping video ads, then here's what I would do personally. So for this massager, the first thing I do is look up the keywords on Amazon. And if you go to the video section, you're going to see plenty of product demonstration videos and actual reviews that you can download by having a certain Google Chrome extension called ZDrop. Now, the next method, I would go into Calidata, same process, look up the keywords, and you can find different listings on there that already have amazing video ads that you can honestly just rip, or get tons of good clips for your product demonstration, for UGC. And this is the creme de la creme of content because it's the most relatable and tends to get the highest conversion rate. Now, next, hop onto PP ads, same process, look up the keywords, and you're gonna find plenty of different sellers. I mean, I already narrowed down to 3 that I really love. And this clip right here, I could not find anywhere else. It wasn't on Calidata. So that is a great way to find new content. And finally, hop onto TikTok, same process. Already tons of new content for my product. Now, some of these are gonna be different massagers, so obviously we're gonna have to go through each video, download the ones that we think work. And then finally, YouTube as well. We have this video, 5 minutes long, I can guarantee there's gonna be some clips from this old dude that we can use inside of our video ads. So now that we have our product and content, the most important part is the planning process. What ads are we gonna make? What frameworks are we gonna try? Who is our target audience in the first place? What benefits and problems do they have that we need to be mentioning in our ads to speak to them directly? So first off, this process all stems from reading page after page after page after page.
3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh no.
After page of reviews, because when you do this is the non-negotiable dirty work that no one else wants to do, but if you do it, you are going to see significantly better results. This will help you understand your target audience better than anything else. Reading or directly what made them buy the product, what do they like about it, what don't they like about it, so you can handle objections and actually relate to them emotionally. Then I plug all these reviews into my ChatGPT prompt, and as you can see right here, it gives me all the key details about the pain points, the benefits, and especially who is my target audience. So this gives me that nice outside perspective. So first off, the overarching broad audience here is just people with neck and shoulder pain. That's what everyone is going to be doing. So I want to pick the sub niches of that audience. So as we can see, that's office workers, that's stay-at-home parents, that's elderly, that's athletes. So those are the specific markets I want to be speaking to directly. And I actually think for this product, I'm going to do office workers for one of my ad angles, and then we're going to do people with poor posture for another one of them. So now that we have our target audience, I'm going to pick one video framework for each one that speaks directly to them. So inside of my one-on-one program, in this giant Notion database, we have resources for literally everything, for store design, for split testing your price to make the most money possible. And this is why our students are absolutely crushing doing $1,000 days. And then for ads, we have image plug and plays, but today we're doing video ads. So let's say I wanted to do a problem solution. I have tons of different variations of problem solutions so that we can split test it and find out the perfect script and messaging to that target audience to make a winning video ad. And this just makes the whole process so seamless, so easy, and saves me so much time and efficiency. Now, if you want access to all those resources inside of Notion that I use to scale my dropshipping brands to over 6 figures a month, then you can click the link down below and apply to my one-on-one program to get access to those. And along with those resources, we also give you 6 coaching calls a week to guarantee that you hit $1,000 a day in the next 180 days with your store, or we keep coaching you for free until you do. We're going to give you so much valuable feedback on your product selection, your website design, your ad creatives, media buying, literally everything to make sure that you succeed in the next 180 days. So if you're interested at all, click the link down below and apply to join my program. Now, this is the boring, tedious, laborious task that nobody wants to do, but it makes the biggest difference in separating your ads from everyone else's. So when I am creating my ads, I like to make 4 for each framework, and usually the split test is the hook itself because that makes the biggest difference. So I like to do 4 hooks, and then the body of the ad is going to be exactly the same among all of those 4 ads. So I'm going to do office workers, and we're going to do a product demo. So with product demo, essentially how it works is you have a hook of either the pain point or the main benefit, and then you just get right into here's what the product can do. So it's 3 to 4 straight benefits, call to action. Now, when it comes to writing my hooks, I have a document of over 100 plus hooks that I love to use just to make the process so much easier that my one-on-one students have access to. But you can take a screenshot right here of some of the most common ones that I love. So we can do something like, maturing is realizing. Let's add that one first. So maturing is realizing that pain point. So most likely a problem. So that your chronic neck pain won't just magically go away. So I wrote a few more, as you can see right here. This is the best gift you could give to your partner who works in an office all day. So I like that gifting angle. And then finally, this is a more general broad one, I will admit, but if I have a visual of an office worker, then I think it still will work and target those people. So if you're not using this viral massager for your neck and shoulder pain, then you are missing out. So using my ChatGPT prompt, I'm gonna get the main value propositions and turn those into benefits. So as you can see, convenience, the fact that you can get a massage anywhere, at your home, while you're working, at the office, long road trips, that's a great point that we're definitely gonna have. Obviously, the fact that the massage actually works, it'll give you that perfect deep massage to get rid of those knots, those pain points. And then of course we have other things like the heat. So maybe the heat helps specifically with something else. We'll have to find that out. It could be pain relief in other areas of the body. I did actually see some clips of people not just using this for your neck, but using this on their legs as well. So it's versatile as well. And then of course, it saves you a ton of money compared to actually getting a professional massage. So for each one of these core ideas, I'm going to write out multiple versions of them. So okay, it's cheaper than a professional massage. You can write that out in 2 to 3 different ways and split test which messaging actually works the best for that benefit. So I always start with the most important benefit first, which is this is the only massager that mimics real hands, because that is actually one of the biggest differentiators between this one and other massagers, to melt away tension, get you that benefit and those stubborn neck knots. That is the core desire that people have. Then we have a feature, which is the multiple heat modes to get the perfect massage every time after a long day at work. So we're helping people future pace when they're going to use the product, show the use cases. And even the next line is the same thing. It's hands-free, so you can get a massage while working at your desk, on a long road trip, or while relaxing at home. Then our final benefit was about how it's versatile and you save money. So I knocked 2 birds with 1 stone by saying you can use it on other areas of your body and save thousands on massage therapists that charge $150 per session. Now, I may end up using that line, or I might just use a UGC clip of someone actually talking about one of the main benefits they cared about. So it's up in the air. And then finally, you're always going to need a call to action. I prefer soft call to actions because right now Facebook's banning a lot of people that do hard urgency, that's fake type of call to actions, like, oh, sale ends today or ends this week only. And then just to show you the other script we wrote for people with poor posture, this is using the framework of 3 reasons why, which is very similar. You're usually just going to have your hook that calls out the target audience and then 3 key benefits. So as you can see, 3 reasons why everyone with poor posture needs this massager in their life. You can read the other hooks, but here's our 3 main benefits. This is the only massager that blah, 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 gets rid of stubborn neck knots caused by poor posture. So we're making the copy specifically relatable to people that have that problem. Multiple heat modes to get the perfect massage after sitting at a desk all day long, and you can get a professional massage while working. So that benefit we've already just copy and pasted. It doesn't have to be anything revolutionary here, but just the fact that the hook calls out people with poor posture and the first benefit as well, that is going to do enough of a differentiation between our scripts. So now we have our script added to 11 Labs, and I need to choose the right voice that I think reflects our target audience. So obviously they have different males, different females. I think I'm going to go male here and really pick one that embodies that American hard-working spirit of freedom, made in the USA and chugging beers. So Joe Inglewood, I do love this one. I use it a lot. I love Grandpa Spuds as well. Even the Ethan Young American stud male in his 20s. In fact, I heard if you duplicate my voice and use it inside of your ads, it's basically a guaranteed 10 return on ad spend. I mean, just a quick little black hat secret for you. Now, I did generate the speech with the Joe Inglewood voice, and we're going to hop inside of Capcut. And as you can see, it's about 40 seconds, and there's a lot of these pauses. I am not a fan of pauses. I want to make sure this is as seamless, as smooth as possible. So realistically, this 40 seconds is probably going to be cut down to around 33. So basically, we're going to cut about 0.1 to 0.2 seconds before the start of a clip and then after a clip ends. So we're just going to add that right here. And again, we can pretty much just eyeball it. So now we got 7 seconds removed from our AI voiceover without all those dead spaces, which is amazing. So the next part is editing all of our clips. Now, this takes a lot of time, and there's 2 approaches you can go with it. One, where you can add all of your clips onto your timeline just like this, and I know it looks insanely long, but you could speed it up so that way you can just go through the footage much quicker. So just do like a 1.8 or a 2.0. As you can see right here, we have it at 1.7. And then what you want to do is with each video, and we'll break down one specifically, we want to try to get the best clips from it. So what clips can we potentially use in our ads? Maybe this one right here where she's explaining the different heat modes. I could definitely see that. One where she's showing that, oh, it's hands-free, that you can actually use this while working. Those are the types of clips that you want to plan ahead to look for when you're actually going through each one of these videos, so you actually know what is valuable to you. So you can choose to kind of go through that process through each individual video, or what you could do instead is actually look at what is your script in the first place and what do you feel like is the clip you need for each line. So for my first line of my script, it's if you have neck and shoulder pain. So we'd probably want to show someone who actually is demonstrating that pain point. And then later on in our script, we talk about how this product is versatile. So what clip will we need for that? Well, let's just real quick speed on through each one of these. Is someone using this on another body part? Let's see right here. There we go. Right now, using it on our legs. So what we could do is, okay, just try to get each individual clip that we need. And that way it's much faster than having to go through every single video and cutting every single one down. But for me personally, I ain't afraid of that hard work. So I will watch every single one of these videos and try to get the best golden nugget clips. So let's watch one right now and see which ones we get.
Does your spouse's fingers and hands start to hurt after a couple minutes and they can't get the job done? Let me show you something. I found something that can. And it's wireless. It's the best neck massager ever.
Okay, so it's the best neck massager ever could definitely be a clip that we potentially use as the UGC clip. So again, we're just going to cut and then cut right when it ends. So that's about a 2-second clip. Obviously when it's unsped up, probably around 3 to 4 seconds. And that's usually the range of my clips. I like it to be about 3 to around 6-7 seconds max.
It's got different modes and features, including heat. So you simply turn it on.
Okay, that alone too, explaining the heat modes, definitely gonna need. And even if we do mute the clip, just the fact that she's showing the different heat modes also could be very useful.
And it literally has these paddles here that are going to get the top of your neck. And it has these down here that get your shoulders.
Awesome, another great product demonstration clip right there, only a few seconds, definitely taking it. All right, so we got our next clip also, which is the back strap one.
The back strap right here, that snaps. And your massage is completely hands-free.
Beautiful. I mean, that's exactly the clip we wanted.
But it literally feels like somebody is actually massaging your neck and your shoulders.
Awesome. Love that line. It actually feels like someone is massaging your neck and shoulders. That's exactly what people want. So right there, she mentions a very specific use case in which the product is useful to have. So again, those are great clips to have. That could be a good UGC one.
And it feels so dang good. I like to lay in bed with this at night so I can get the tension out of my neck and shoulders from the day. And I don't have to have someone saying, my fingers hurt, my hands hurt. It's okay. I got it covered. I'm telling you guys, it feels so dang good.
So it feels so dang good. That's such a genuine reaction. So we'll also take that. So from this original video, let's see, we basically got about 4 to 5 different clips that we could potentially use. And this is the exact process that I would do for all the other clips. And usually it takes me about 20 minutes. But since time is of the essence, we are going to do one clip at a time just so that we can do that for the sake of this video. So what's the first line and what visual do we think makes the most sense?
If you're not using this viral massager for your neck and shoulder pain, then you're missing out.
Okay, so we're gonna need a product demonstration clip 100%. So we need to find one where ideally it just shows how good it feels when you're using this massager, because that's gonna be the biggest reaction that people want. So we have a few different options where these people are just relaxing. They're basically falling asleep because it's so good of a massage. But this was the best performing ad that I saw for this product. And in the hook, the girl goes, oh my God, and has this visual. Now this text on screen, it's not the best, I will admit. But I still think because it's such a good visual and even the audio from what she's saying is so good, I want to just see how this would sound.
If you're not using this viral massager for your neck and shoulder pain, then you're missing out. This is the only massager that mimics real hands.
So guys, because that hook visual is way more important than our actual script, I'm actually going to go with this clip instead. And what I can do is, because I'm not going to have my actual script being read, I could just put a text bubble instead, and this is what we call a text on screen hook. I love doing these in all of my hooks because it's not just one hook of being my script, but I also can add a text bubble, which is like a second hook, a second shot at hooking people's attention. So in this case, since we already have our visual and that oh my God reaction, what we could do is, okay, here's the main payoff of watching this video. All right, so we added our text here and I just skipped the line so that way we can make the size pretty big. And I typically for preset style will use the black outline, but what we could do is just drag this onto the middle and we could use the bubble effect to hide the original text in the first video. So that right there, honestly, I think kind of knocks 2 birds with 1 stone because this clip had way too much text and it had a different hook that I didn't really want. So let's see how this looks.
God. Oh my freaking God.
Love it. So our next line, the only massager that mimics real hands to melt away tension. So we're definitely going to need another product demo shot. And I think our girl here is perfect for that because she not only shows that it gets your neck, but it also gets your back as well. So those trap muscles. So again, for speed, we are going to have to drop this back down to the 1.0. So we're going to end up muting the original clip, and where the audio actually ends in the voiceover is right here. So this is how long we need this clip. So we got to figure out where are we going to cut it. And I will admit that clip right there at the end, that's going to be really useful. So I'm actually going to give it a little bit more space in the beginning to show, okay, so that's what it looks like on the back, and then that's what it looks like on your traps, and you can still see the movement. In fact, what we actually might do just to make it easier is we can cut right here, and I do believe, what's the best shot? Yeah, right there, it starts to move. So I think we can cut right here, do it just a quick little jump cut, and we're in business. Now, the only thing I don't like about this clip is that it's 4 continuous seconds. I typically am going to cut every 2 to 3 seconds. So we're gonna actually have to find out where do we wanna cut. So right there, you can see her demonstrating it on the front. So I think we can actually cut right here and then cut to, okay, here's what it looks like on the back. So we're actually gonna get rid of this 1.2 seconds here. And we can actually probably, since, yeah, we got a little bit of space that we need, we can actually start that intro part a little earlier. So in this clip right here, she's a little bit off center. So I'm actually going to zoom in so that way we can drag her a little bit closer to the center. But let's see how this is looking so far.
This is the only massager that mimics real hands to melt away tension and those stubborn neck knots.
So I would say on that last clip, because the other one's so zoomed in, we're also going to want to zoom in just a little bit more on it so you can really see the details of those fingers. So in this line, it's multiple heat modes to get the perfect massage every time. So you can just see her reaction as soon as she powers it on. Oof, that euphoria. And then after a long day of work, I do like this clip right here. This guy, you can see that massage. You can see how relaxed he looks. So this is going to be that secondary clip. So just quick pro tip for you guys, when you are editing, make sure each clip ends as soon as the voiceover ends. So as you can see right here, my voiceover ends right around here. So make sure a new clip starts when a new voiceover clip starts. So these clips need to be in sync, otherwise it looks like a mess. All right, so the next one is it's completely hands-free, and we have this clip right here of this woman working while getting a massage. So that's, again, perfect clip for us. So we're going to drag that on into our timeline and do a little cutting. Now this clip is 6 seconds long, which you might be saying, Ethan, I mean, that's way too long on one continuous shot. And I agree, but it already was edited with multiple shots happening. As you can see, there's 4 different shots in this 6 seconds. So I'm perfectly fine with using this as is. Then you can also use it on any other tight areas. We already talked about that. We had this clip at the end, which showed it on the legs, which is perfect. So let's drop that in. All right, so for a call to action, we just need one more product demo clip. It's looking really good though. So let's see how this looks.
So if you're looking for a fix to your back and shoulder pain, try this out today while on sale.
Awesome. Beautiful. So we got our raw clips in here, and as you can see, they all extend to the full length. Actually, oh my God, what a poor choice of words. So we just dragged that out. So now all of the clips change after each one of the voiceovers change. So final steps here. Let's get our auto captions in here and make sure they're not too distracting, because we want people to look at the visuals and see the benefits. So in the caption section, we're going to go right here, click on auto captions. So it's never going to be perfect with auto captions. So as you can see right here, there's different spaces that we're going to have to fully fill out to make sure the captions are seamless. Like right here, big gap. So let's actually see what happened specifically here, and we'll troubleshoot it.
Every time after a long day at work.
So every time after a long day of work. So it just basically needs to extend fully here, and then we should be perfectly fine. So I'm just going to fine tune those a little bit later. But as you can see right here, when we go to the text, apply to all, we want to choose a template that's not too distracting. So typically what I do is I'll have a few words appearing at a time. I don't do the color effect on one word or one word bouncing at a time, because I find that it's just a bit too distracting. All right, so we're filling out the last gaps here. I'm also not a big fan when it does 3 like that. So actually it looks like I'm probably gonna have to use a different template, because yeah, I'm not a fan of that effect. Whoa, gee willikers, how'd you get on that side of me? God, new camera angle unlocked. We're really upgrading the budget. But after about 12 hours, I found the perfect caption style that I love. It's this one right here. It's very simple. I use the Proxima Nova Bold for the font. My font size, I would say anywhere between 13 to 16 font size is perfectly fine. I do like the little black outline, and for Proxima Nova Bold, if you just look it up online, you can easily download it online and upload it into Capcut. And I also got a little emoji from Emoji Copy, and as you can see right here, if we go back to our hook, we just added that at the end of our caption. So now we're looking really good here. All the captions look good, all the clips look good. So the final step is music. Now for me, I honestly don't have music in a lot of my ads. I just find that it's not really necessary, and I really want people to focus on the script. But if you want to use music, I think the audio file is perfectly fine inside of Capcut. So just star the music you like. There's definitely a few really great options. So we'll just add one real quick for this example. So I'm adding the aesthetic sped up song, as you can see right here in the vlog style, and I'm going to lower the volume by around 20 decibels, because again, I don't want this to be overpowering anything. This should be background music at the end of the day, but it does tie everything together, and then we're just going to cut off the remaining portion of the song, and bada bing, bada boom, let's watch the final ad.
This is the only massager that mimics real hands to melt away tension and those stubborn neck knots. It has multiple heat modes to get the perfect massage every time after a long day at work. It's completely hands-free, so you can get a professional massage while working, on a long road trip, or while relaxing at home. You can also use it on any other tight areas of your body, saving you thousands a year on massage therapists who charge over $150 per session. So if you're looking for a fix to your back and shoulder pain, try this out today while on sale.
Make sure to leave a like on this video and comment down below what video idea you want to see next. But if you want to see how I make my high converting image ads, then watch this video right after this one.